Hi guys, it's Emily from Hopscotch Interactive, and today I'm going to do something which is a kind of big departure from what I usually do, and that is to review software and to talk to you about tips for virtual tours and things like that. But today is going to be actually a pretty practical application of 360 visualization in a way that I think is going to surprise a lot of you. So back in the fall, back in last year, sort of late part of the year, I came across a product that I was really interested in. It's called the SpinTopSign, and it's produced by a husband and wife team, Erica and Zack Greenberg in Arizona, USA. And as soon as I saw it, I thought, oh my gosh, like what a cool way to showcase my 360s. And so it is a spinning realtor sign that lights up, that has solar, that has all these cool features. And I just was kind of impressed because I hadn't seen anything like this before. And the other thing that was so cool was that Zack and Erica built this in their kitchen during the pandemic. And so I went ahead and bought one. I wanted to support another small business and a couple of entrepreneurs who I think are doing something totally cool and totally different. And so today I have actually decided to set it up in my backyard. And one of the reasons I decided to do that is because if I put the sign out in front of my house, I have a feeling every realtor in the neighborhood would be knocking on my door, and I don't really want that right now. But what I did want to do is to try to do the setup myself and to see what it would look like both during the daytime and also in the evening, because this sign, as I mentioned, does light up. So I've printed off a few different types of media to slip into the sort of the rounder itself, and we're gonna take a look and see what it looks like from assembly to putting it all together, and then hopefully coming back and checking it out in the evening. So we're here in my backyard and I'm gonna give it a go, and I hope that you guys like it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you love the content that I'm making. If you think this stuff is cool, I'm doing it for fun. I'm doing it because I like to share the cool things that I find in the community, and of course what's better than to be able to show off some of the neat stuff that we find along the way. So yeah, let's check out step number one. Hi guys, it's Emily, and now it's dusk. I actually got this SpinTopSign totally installed, and even though I went through a few trial and error moments getting the whole thing set up, I absolutely have it rocking now. And I put it up in my backyard because I felt like that was the right spot for it. And as you can see, it has got the all of these different inserts that I put in. So I did a 180. So as you can see, this is basically 3 different images that are stretched out so you can see the view from the house. And I definitely had a couple of things that I did wrong when I first did it, but then I got it right, and so the installation was pretty easy. I think you just have to go to the website and then you can see how it is done right the first time. I think that this is super cool. One of the reasons why I'm actually even making this video, even though I bought this thing myself, is that I really feel like signage is one of the ways that it is totally overlooked for everyone to have an impression of your property and to be able to do a little bit more with marketing. So I've seen a lot of cool stuff, you know, in terms of the images and the sign holders, but I really think that beyond what I've seen Compass do, which is have a light up sign as well, like I feel like this just makes it more interactive and more fun. And even though we have a like a rounder here, and that's new and different, I do think it's super cool. So what I also did is I took a page from the brochure and I put it here. I put a QR code here somebody could scan. That's probably way too big, but at least it'll get you thinking about the idea of what we can do with this sign. And so in a few minutes, the ambient light is going to fall. We're just in twilight now, and the sun has gone down. So as soon as the sun goes down, this will pop on maybe, 10 minutes or so after the sun sets, maybe in 20 minutes after the sun sets, depending on where you are. And then you're going to see that it completely comes on and it's going to attract a lot of attention. So in my dark backyard, this absolutely glows and it is seen from, you know, all directions. And what else can I tell you? You can hang your sign here, and I do think that, you know, it is plastic. It's probably anti-theft because you can install a little lock here. And it's just a great way for, I think, people to start thinking about ways that they can use non-traditional sort of out-of-home marketing. And that's what they call it when it's marketing that's like on the side of a bus or in a bus stop or at a park bench, and you have an advertisement on that, you know, on that space. And this is exactly what that is. So even if you have a listing and you have all of your information, you know, you could probably also add a panel with an advertisement for something else there. So I think as a photographer, it's interesting because you can showcase your images in a panorama. I think it's interesting as a realtor because it's interactive and it stands out. I think it's interesting if you are a vendor and you want a new place to be able to advertise your stuff, and just look at, you know, how new and different it looks. I think that that is the thing that I like the most, is that I feel like it's gonna catch people's eye. Now, this is where that solar panel is on top. And so we're just gonna hang out for a minute and see if it goes on. It's been about 15 minutes since the sunset. And so this should be turning on any moment. And when it does, I think you're gonna see that it's really bright and it's really interesting. And absolutely, just like in a photograph, your eye is drawn to the brightest thing. This is gonna be exactly like that. So if you are, I know it's really dark here where I am already in my backyard, but if you are doing this in the desert, if you are, and it was created in Arizona, which is absolutely, I think, one of the reasons, because there's not a lot of street lights, you know, in Arizona for various reasons, but I think because of observation of the sky and the stars, which is cool. No light, not as much light pollution, right? And for this, in the Bay Area, I was thinking about Mill Valley. I was thinking about the Berkeley Hills. I was thinking about maybe, you know, maybe in San Francisco, but I was thinking, oh, look, there we go. It lit up. I was thinking about places where having a bright sign could really be a benefit. So check it out. It just popped on. And again, that more intense color would happen if we had the photo paper here, but even with the colored printed paper, it still looks awesome. So anyway, this is the SpinTopSign. I hope you like it. Thanks for, you know, watching this demo, for checking it out. If you like this video, please like it. If you want to follow us, we do all sorts of things, reviews, commentary, thought leadership, and absolutely education and training on all things relevant to our industry and for real estate marketing, and especially cool and innovative things. I want to support entrepreneurs. I think they're doing great work. I know how hard it is. So anyway, thanks so much to the guys who have watched, to all of you who have been watching, and let me know what you think about this video, and especially about the sign. All right, thanks.